In today's video, I'm going to be unboxing and setting up the Moto E4 Plus. Now, the Moto E4 Plus is an Android phone that comes with quite a few cool features, including a 5.5-inch HD screen, a splash-proof coating, and a fingerprint reader. And as with all the other devices that I unbox, I will be doing a full and detailed review of this device, so stay tuned for that. If you haven't already subscribed, please make sure to subscribe to stay tuned for that review. So let's go ahead and get it out of the box. And to do this, I'm just going to slice open that seal, and let's open the box up. And the first thing you see on top is the device itself. Now, this is the gold version of the phone. This is the version that I bought. However, there are other colors available, and I'll leave links to all the colors for this device in the description right below this video in case you're looking to buy one. So feel free to check those out. And next, there's this cardboard shelf, which I've pulled off, and I'm going to set that aside as well. And let's see what else is inside. You have this charging brick, which seems to be a pretty heavy-duty charging brick. Next, you have the micro USB charging cable. This is not a USB Type-C device. It's just a regular micro USB charging cable. And last but not least, you have the user manual itself and some other documentation. And that's pretty much all you get with the device. And now we're going to start setting the device up. In order to do this, I'm going to peel off this piece of plastic on the screen. I'm going to pull it off gently, and there you go. And that's all you need to remove to start using the phone. Now, once you've got that piece of plastic off, it's time to install the SIM card and the micro SD card. And in order to do this, we're going to have to peel off the rear cover. And to do that, I'm going to use this tiny little notch here. It's kind of tough to do, so be gentle with it. Take your time. Then go around the edge of the phone. So take your time going gently around that edge of the phone till that cover pops off. It is a little annoying to get this cover off, but you can get it off. Now remember, you don't have to do this very often. It's just a one-time setup. And now it's time to install the SIM card and the micro SD card if you'd like. Now remember that this is a unlocked quad band GSM phone, so it'll work with any GSM carrier anywhere on the planet. And it can only take a nano SIM card, so make sure you have a nano SIM card for your specific carrier. And I'm going to insert that, and that gets inserted into the slot all the way on the bottom and push that all the way in. And next you can insert a micro SD card to expand the phone's memory. And if you don't already have one, I'll leave links to one that'll work with this phone in the description right below this video. And there you go, it's pushed in and installed. And once that's done, it's time to put the cover back. And to do this, gently slip the cover back onto the phone and then press down till the cover completely locks into place. And you want to make sure there are no gaps on any of the edges. And this tells you that the cover is installed properly. And now it's time to power the phone on. So press down on the power button, which is on the right hand side, and wait for it to boot up. And the first page you'll see is the standard Android welcome screen. Now I've selected my language, which is English, United States. You can obviously change your language if you speak another language. But in my case, I'm just going to hit let's go. And the next screen asks me if I'd like to copy data from an old phone. In my case, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to set up as a new phone. Tap on that. And now it wants to connect to a Wi-Fi network. And I'm going to connect to my Wi-Fi network and enter the password. And on the page that follows, it asks me to accept the terms and conditions. I'm going to hit accept and continue. And now it wants me to sign into my Google account. I highly recommend doing this with every Android phone. So that's what I'm going to do. And now it wants to know your password. I'm going to enter that and then hit next. Okay, and I've put the password in. And I'm going to hit next. And now it wants me to accept the terms of service, which I'm going to do by tapping agree. And it's getting it set up now. And since this phone has a built-in fingerprint sensor, it's asking me whether I'd like to set up and unlock the phone using a fingerprint. And I'm going to do that by tapping add fingerprint. And I'm just going to say fingerprint plus pin. There are a couple of choices. You can set up either a fingerprint and a pattern, a fingerprint and a pin, or a fingerprint and a password. I'm just going to do fingerprint and pin. And now it wants to know if I'd like to set up the secure startup option. Now this makes your device much more secure because it requires a pin on startup. I'm not going to do this, but I do recommend using this feature if you'd like. I'm going to hit no thanks. And now it wants me to set a pin, which should at least least be 4 digits, which is what I'm going to do. And I've set the PIN. I'm going to hit continue. And now it wants me to confirm the PIN and then hit OK. And now it's time to put in your fingerprint. And now you have to locate your fingerprint sensor, which is your home button on the bottom. I'm just going to place my fingerprint on there. And it says that you found the sensor. I'm going to hit next. And now it wants me to tap my finger, the finger that I'd like to use to unlock this phone, onto that sensor a couple of times till it can read it. And then I'm going to hit next and do that. This is very similar to the process on the iPhone. I keep doing that till the circle is all filled in. Just going to keep moving my finger around and varying the placement. And then it says fingerprint added. That was actually pretty simple. And then hit next. And then it tells me that the fingerprint can lock or unlock my phone. I'm going to hit got it. And now on the page that follows, it asks me if I'd like to automatically back up device data, use Google's location service, and then improve location accuracy using Wi-Fi, and help improve the Android experience by sending user data. I'm just going to leave all these checked except the backup device data option. I'm just going to uncheck that so it doesn't back up any data from this device. However, if you're using this phone, I do recommend leaving this checked and then hit next. And it seems to be setting it up. And now it asks me if I'd like to meet Google Assistant. I'm not going to set this up right now. I'm just going to hit no thanks. And then it asks me if there's anything else I'd like to set up, like another email account or a payment method. I'm just going to say all set. Now Motorola seems to want to contact you for a variety of reasons. Now this is up to you if you choose to activate this feature. I'm not. I'm going to click no thanks. There you go. Your phone is now set up and ready to use. And as I mentioned earlier, I will be doing a full review of this device. So please subscribe to stay tuned for that full review. If you haven't already subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe so you get notified when that review is uploaded. Hope this video was useful. If it was, please give us a big thumbs up. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.